stupid movie about blue monkeys almost made me cry. I saw it in IMAX 3D and I've never seen a movie so immersive and real. I thought that 3D would be distracting, but if anything it added to the experience. I was watching the trailers before the movie came out and I was like, oh man, this is gonna suck. But I was wrong. I think it's because, James Cameron made this movie with the intention of it being 3D and that immersive. It's a movie about ocean conservation, preservation of indigenous culture, and family. I just came back from a family trip to Cancun, so I felt like everything was more impactful for me. From the theme about family, the emotional aspect, and the beauty of nature and the sea. What James Cameron and Weta is doing with motion capture and visual effects is mind-boggling. Everything looks hyper-real to the tiniest minutiae. There's a scene where there's like a close-up on a Navi's skin during a healing ritual, and you can see the pores of that character's skin. It was immersive and awesome. Also, the fact that he's combining practical effects and visual effects, it's never been done the way the movie is doing it. I saw an interview of Sam Worthington saying that that's important because the mechanics of your body doing something will translate on screen through the visual effects. For instance, if he's cutting a fish, you're not going to pretend to cut a fish. You're actually going to get a fish from the nearest deli and cut it because it's the way your muscles work and the way your body works will translate on screen. Also, motion capture is pretty smart because you can recast the same actor at different times. Look at Sigourney Weaver, now she's playing a teenager. Or Andy Serkis in Star Wars, he was Supreme Leader Snoke, then he was a character in Andor. What I'm saying is you can reuse the same actor for different roles if you're using motion capture. I think that's the future. I saw an interview where James Cameron was talking about embracing new technology and adding to the movie experience. For instance, the whole thing about streaming services and a lot of directors being against it. James Cameron was talking about being for it, that having a theatrical release of a 3-hour movie and then streaming in a streaming service showing a 6-hour movie, the entire cut. Like, why not? Why not embrace the change? Use it to enhance the movie experience and the movie making experience as well. There are story elements in this movie that we've seen before in a sequel movie, but it's more impactful because of the thematic elements and the fact that this whole thing is a whole spectacle and it's beautiful. We've seen the reincarnation of the villain, the rebellious son, the weird daughter, the father who wants to protect his children, the bastard son who has a dark side to him. But like I said, it's the thematic elements and the visual of everything, the visual effects and the beauty of everything that kind of overshadows that plot that we've seen before. Not that it wasn't like Avatar 1 where it was like almost exactly like Dances with Wolves. This one was a little different, I felt. My only gripes were the runtime. Not that it overstayed its welcome or anything, but an intermission or two would have been nice. I just recently went to go see Quentin Tarantino talk about his new book, and the intermission was actually really refreshing and it gave me a chance to go take a dump. It was really cool, actually. I'm gonna do a little side note right now. Quentin Tarantino's event was actually really cool because he had us put our phones in a bag so we couldn't access it, and it gave me the opportunity to talk to the people around me about movies and get to know them and have like an actual social experience. Now I understand why so many filmmakers talk about movie theaters used to be an event to go to, about dressing up and meeting other people. It'd be nice if we brought that back. Another thing I didn't like was the metal from the first movie. It was a story element that was non-existent in this movie. I felt like they should have at least touched on it. They did talk about some kind of new element that prolongs human life, but it was kind of unnecessary to introduce that for this movie. It had nothing to do with the overall plot. I don't know, maybe it sets up Avatar 3 and 4? This movie was truly breathtaking. I've said that word before, but this time I really mean it. The beauty of the ocean and Pandora gave me goosebumps for 3 hours straight, man. The lady next to me was bawling. She was crying. I was really close to crying, but I ain't a little bitch. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm a pretty emotional person. I cry a lot. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. I'll be posting more videos like this one. I'll see you next time when I regroup in hell and hunt down Jake Sully. Hoorah!